aura. So I'm going there and I'm going through and I'm like C7 whiplash. And she's like, how the hell did you know that? I said, I don't know, but I just know, right? I just know. And so I'm telling her these things, and people started coming in because there started being whispers in the makeup industry. Oh, she's a psychic medium. We had people coming out of the woodworks to get a reading from me. I wasn't supposed to read, but I couldn't help it. They call it unsolicited advice. I've been told this, but sometimes you have to warn people of impending danger, like a car accident. And this one lady said, why are you here? You should be doing something with this gift. You should go into another realm. So then I went into doing readings for people. I've got a business card. I don't use it very often. I don't like taking money. I actually feel bad to take money for readings. I know we've all got to earn a living, but if it's something like breathing in and out, it's a natural ability. Why would you? Do you know what I mean? I have to learn how to start taking money for what I do, because these predictions I make for people usually come true. I had one lady I worked with in a beauty salon, and I said, oh, you're going to have another child. She said, no, I'm not having any kids anytime soon. 6 weeks later, she found out she was pregnant with her second child. I can usually pick up babies, death, marriage, engagement. For me, I find it hard to read for myself, but I do get glimpses of things for future events. I know where to live, where to move to. I was brought here to move here, and I changed the entire energy of the building. We had very low functioning people that lived here before. They've all since left the building. They had their issues. People use substances because they've got pain. Generally, it's pain related. Guilt is charged. I do too, but I'm trying to detox from that, because I find that the more you let your barriers down, your walls down with substances, like drugs, alcohol, whatever that is, you're more prone to the really bad visions. I'm looking at getting a cross. I used to wear one because sometimes these visions are so strong. I wake up and I'm sick, I'm physically ill, and it takes me days to get over it because I've touched something or I've been around someone. I find department stores overwhelming. I go in there and I start trying to read all the energy. And can you imagine how many people are in one particular department store? I recently went for jobs that was at a smaller department store because it wasn't so overwhelming, because I just wig out and I'm physically ill for days. I just pick it up. I don't know how to shut it off. I don't know how to shut it down. I don't even think if I did a meditational way to shut it down. I've tried everything. Nothing works. It's just like I've flipped a switch in my brain and it won't switch off. It's through the day. It's through the night. It's all the time. My mother worries about me because she sees that I'm troubled. She sees that I'm daydreaming. It's like I've gone back to when I was 5. And I used to look out the window and look and just be caught, and they'd be like, what are you doing? Where are you? I was looking future events. I used to sleepwalk when I was 2 because I was seeing things in my sleep. Some people say that it's epilepsy. I don't know for sure, but I know I sweat every night. And I have gone and found myself on the bathroom floor, seeing things for Harry and Meghan. I saw stuff for them. I didn't know until years later in an article that they actually did stay at someone's house that was a famous actress, and they crashed there till they found their own place where they currently live. I seem to get a lot of things for the royal family. I have no idea why, but I have a huge attachment to Princess Diana. I absolutely adored her. Went and saw her in person at the town hall when I was at school. I just think she's an amazing mum, and because she was a single mum with 2 boys like me, I think that's where the connection is. That's where I get it. Something to do with rose gold I've got picked up for people out here that may just love rose gold, or roses in generally. Rose gold, rubies, diamonds. This could be a stone that you need to wear right now to attract love. Rose quartz will bring in love. Rose quartz selenite powers up rose quartz. You can use a combination. I need to get a stone for myself. I haven't got it yet. I haven't found it. It's very hard to find. They're rare, and they start at like $10. They're not cheap. The stone I like, it's called malachite. I need to get some malachite. Malachite's good with childbirth, with mothering, but don't stick it near a car because your car won't start. It'll play up. I've had this happen a couple of times. I used to have a car as a Saab, and whenever I hung the crystal from my revision mirror, the car wouldn't start. I'd have it problems with mechanical issues. I'd have brake problems. I had, what else? Oh yeah, battery problems. So it would affect the electrical system of the car. Just wouldn't turn over. I also pick up on energy with cars. So it has to be an object. If I'm going to go and put money on a bet or a lotto, which I can't do, I can get numbers in my head, but I can't get physical impressions. The best thing I can do is probably pick the horse for Melbourne Cup. It has to be an object. It has to have something that's got a vibration attached to it. That's why I got rid of my whole household of furniture recently, gave it to a single mum from my storage bin because I figured she needed it more than me. And at the time I was homeless, so, kudos to her. Hopefully she made use of it. I'm a big believer in working through your problems, working through your emotions. I've just come out of doing a year's worth of personal development, and it's benefited me in a lot of ways. I'm learning how to use my words. That sounds stupid at my age, but I'm learning how to use my words. We've got autism in our family on the spectrum, so expression is really important, but the right way. I read a lot of self-help books. I'm currently reading a book by Dean Koontz. I haven't read him since I was 15. It's called Ashley Bell, the Girl Who Said No to Death. She's just been diagnosed with a rare brain disorder. It's like she's had several strokes. She has a weird taste in her mouth, a metallic taste in her mouth. She's rushed to hospital. They're saying she's got a year to live. She turns around and says, "We'll see." And she gets told, like, she's near death. And I think, as I read on the back of the cover, she goes and gets told in this near-death experience that she has to come back and she has to save this girl called Ashley Bell. So I related to this because I was told to come back to look after my youngest son because he's going to need my DNA. I don't know what that's about, what's it to do with. Maybe it's future illnesses, I don't know, but I have to help him with his DNA. And I also saw all the coffins that lined up. Those coffins that they showed you when COVID happened. I woke up screaming in the hospital bed. And I remember talking to my psychologist after I got out of the psych ward because they thought I was crazy. And then when it happened and I'm in the university, I'm just crying because I was so overwhelmed that everything I had told her, I thought she must have thought I was just crazy. It all came true. And we're just crying on the phone. I still talk to her. I've known her since 2016. We still talk about all this spiritual stuff. She finds it hard to navigate through my spiritual stuff and the psychological stuff. It's really difficult. I couldn't go to anyone else. I don't know anyone else that could understand what I do. But I talk to Lifeline a fair bit. And I really believe that Lifeline, I used to work for them, is an amazing service. And Nova for Women. So all these people out there, these communities, you need to reach out. If you feel suicidal, I know Suicide Prevention Week's coming up in October, or mental health, reach out and talk to someone. Even if it's just a chat to Lifeline, it's anonymous, you don't have to say your name. Ask for a proper therapist if you need more psychological work. I always hit 111, and it takes you directly to someone who specialises with trauma, PTSD. Okay, I've rambled now. I'm going to go. Have a good day. Namaste to all the Virgos out there. Happy birthday. And to the fellow Librans that are coming up in the middle of the month.